It is a beautiful autumn day to be working out in the garden, but it's also time to put the garden to sleep. So first, I would like to put out some food for the birds, and I got this bird feeder from King's Yard. It's one for a suet, but I add these more hard cake seeds in here so they last a bit longer. Got this second feeder, which is also not intended for the seeds I'm going to put in it, but it's the only one I have, so these are more loose seeds to have some of the smaller birds be able to grab food and fly away. So I'm going to plant some bulbs in grow bags, which I did last year. And these are purple ones that I picked up earlier this season, as well as this bag of crocus, which is all mixed colors and I think could look really pretty very early spring. And then these are the bulbs I saved from last year that I took out of the grow bags and just kept them in the basement, and now I'm going to plant them back out. So I've taken out some soil and I'm going to be planting the tulip bulbs about 5 to 6 inches deep. And first I'm going to add some bulb tone to help them just root in nicely. And then I'm going to start with the bulbs that I saved from last year, which are a peachy orangey color. So I'm arranging these in the center, and then I'm going to surround them with the purple tulips, as I really like that color combination. So unfortunately, some of these are rotted and I don't have the full 25 that were in the bag. And I don't know if I bought them that way or if they got rotted because I kept them inside for too long. Perhaps I should have stored them in the refrigerator while I waited to have them planted outside. So I managed to have enough tulip bulbs for a grow bag, and I'm just going to cover these up with soil before I put in the crocus. So the crocus is only going to be about 2 to 3 inches deep, and that should be good because I am going to top it off with a lot of soil almost to the top. So I'm going to place these under this deck area, which will give it some protection so that it doesn't get too much moisture over the winter and the bulbs don't end up rotting. but they do get to stay out in the cold to get that cold temperature that they need. So now I am going to water the bulbs into the bags, and I'm going to make sure they're thoroughly watered in. And then throughout the winter season, I do make sure that they are getting some water once in a while. But I don't really have to check that much just because I do get snow, and the drifts of snow would end up on the bags, which will definitely water them. So come March, I will pull them out from under this area so that they can get the spring rain and the warmth so that they can flower. So my next job to tackle is to clear out this cut flower garden bed. And I can't believe that the straw flowers are still surviving, even though we've had a couple of frosts now, but they're definitely still alive. These straw flowers grew some very thick stems, which I was having a tough time cutting. The scabiosa also was quite alive and still growing, but I guess that makes sense. It is a cool flower. So that is this bed all cleaned out. I did leave some snapdragons in here, as sometimes they do overwinter for me, but I do plan on adding some leaves to this soil and protecting it over the winter. I do have already some leaves in here that I already added when I took out the dahlias, but I also have some Dara here that is still surviving and does survive very cold temperatures, so it will overwinter for me to give me some flowers in the springtime. I also have a few violas in here, which they will also overwinter beautifully, and then come spring I will have some flowers, and hopefully they will also multiply. So now is time to plan out what I'm going to grow next season. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.